Mic, check, check. Yeah, L Boogie Reacts live in the building, in the building, in the building. Hey, man, make sure y'all go check out the website, lboogiereacts.com. There is a link in on the homepage of the YouTube channel, L Boogie Reacts. Make sure y'all sub up to the channel if you haven't already. Share the content. All right, today we're going to do a reaction to a Young Don Reacts video. And we're going to talk about fatigue, man. Once again, we're going to talk about fatigue. But in this situation, we're going to talk about racist fatigue. We're going to talk about the people that have been spewing out hate and racism towards the likes of black people. All right. Yes, we are, people. Yes, we are. Make sure you sub up to the channel. Where is my stuff? Website looking good though, man. Y'all gotta tune in. Y'all gotta tap in. Go check it out. I think you'll like the material on the shirts. If you do, tap in. As you can see, we got an example right there. The shirt's looking good, man. The shirt's looking good, real good, yo, for real. All right, let's go, man. So this one is called The Racist Fatigue Epidemic. All right. Now, I definitely wanted to react to this one. This one was pretty interesting to me. Yeah, man, I think it's, something that I wouldn't mind having a discussion about and just, reacting to. I think it's something interesting to talk about. So we definitely gonna go ahead and tap into this video, man. It's pretty cringe, all right? It's pretty cringe of what's going on around us and how people,
Residents and guests, right? What's your name?
This neighborhood.
What's your name?
Dave.
Dave what?
What's your name?
Dave what?
What's your name?
Look at him, bro.
Get out of my face, bro.
Nah, bro, you walked in my
Okay,
face.
yeah.
Yeah, they always do. This. They always do this. They step up to you, they get in your face, and then they're like, "Get away from me! Don't touch me! Don't touch me! Stop touching me!" It's like, bro, back the fuck up. Racist fatigue. Video by Antonio Tux. All right, man. A lot of people in this country are tired of this racist shit, man. We're tired of it.
Bro, racism has to be the
All right, there you go. It probably was on mute from that. I think we good now. Let me see. Yeah, all right. So it was muted from monitoring the audio, but we good. All right, my fault, y'all. My fault about that, man. Oh boy. All right, man. So my bad. So y'all probably heard nothing I said about what we're reacting to, why we're reacting to it. I'm a little interested in this, not a little bit interested, but a lot interested in the racism taking place in America. So they're calling it racism fatigue, obviously. We're going to react to Young Don Reacts. He's talking about racist fatigue. And yeah, like I said, there goes an example of the shirt right there. So we done got the shirts. Somebody ordered a shirt very close to your boy. And yeah, man, we checked it out today. It's a very good quality, man. High quality, all right? High quality tees. Make sure you tap in lboogiereacts.com and we'll go from there, man. I'm pretty sure you will enjoy it, okay? I can almost guarantee you'll enjoy it. Sorry for the technical difficulties. Okay. There it is, people. So that's an example. Make sure y'all sub up to the channel if you haven't already. That's crazy, bad. Sometimes you be just adjusting things and then things like that happen. Let me put this up real quick. So that's another part of it. I don't know if y'all can see that. And then that's the back of it. Definitely looks fire, though. High quality. You know what I'm saying? The materials on it is popping. It looks good, man. It looks good. Make sure y'all tap in, man. All right. All right, here we go, man. Young Don Reacts. We reacting to racist fatigue. And this is a pretty interesting one, people. Buckle up. And it's about to get rough, man. All right, here we go. Cutting Edge in the building. Shout out to you, bro. Appreciate you rocking out in the chat. Let's go.
Most low IQ activity you can involve yourself in. Now, a lot of racists love to.
Neighborhood.
What's your name?
Dave.
Dave what?
What's your name?
Dave what?
What's your name?
Look at him, bro.
Get out of my face, bro.
Bro, you walked in my
Okay.
Right.
Right.
Yeah, they always do this. They always do this. They step up to you, they get in your face, and then they're like, get away from me. Don't touch me. Don't touch me. Stop touching me. It's like, bro.
And we also want to tap into the situation with the NBA with Chauncey Billups, Terry Rozier, Gilbert Arenas, and then we want to tap in with what's the other guy's name? Did I say Chauncey Billups? Damon Jones. Just to get that going as well. But right now we on this fatigue, man. Let's go. I'm pretty sure people are well sought out with the NBA allegations and everything like that going on. It's an unfortunate situation, but I've always had that experience of or noticing or paying attention to, like, hey, yo, this looks very, rigged in a lot of different situations, man. Even with the NFL, and I'm gonna say allegedly, it just always looks a certain way when you watching the game, especially when you get down to the playoffs and then you get to the championships. The games be looking crazy. Let's go.
Back the fuck up. Racist fatigue. Video by Antonio Talks. All right, man. A lot of people in this country are tired of this racist shit, man.
Yes.
We're tired of it.
Bro, racism has to be the most low IQ activity you can involve yourself in. Now, a lot of racists love to use the counter argument of it's not racism, it's pattern recognition. We're just judging you based off your actions. But here's the thing. If we're going to base off patterns and data and statistics, when I'm out in public with my children and I see a white man, 7 out of the 10 times I'm going to come across a child, you know what? So, I need to clutch
Wait, what?
my kids and not be friends.
7 out of 10 times? Oh, this what he talking about. Shit.
I love the fact that there are being statistics pulled out and making sure that we hold every ethnicity, every culture accountable for the things that are being spewed out into the American society currently. There's a lot of things going on right now. Maybe we need to get back into the conversation of politics because from my understanding, there's a lot of laws being broken, okay? A lot of things are currently being manipulated in society when it comes to our government. And we all know and we can all see who's being the fingers who's being pointed. You know, Susan Sago, how you doing? Appreciate you pulling up. All right, I'm definitely going to sit up here and say that Trump was placed in office to commit and conduct the things that he's been doing right now in America. Um, Especially when we talk about benefits and stuff like that, because people want to make the and I'll pull that video up too as well, where Anton Daniels was talking about people paying for benefits that people have, the displaced people in America, the people that are not able to, you know, fund their living situations. So I definitely want to touch on that subject as well, because I do understand where it's like, hey, you should get a job, you should be able to work, you should be able to take care of yourself. But I do also understand that that money that's being funded is not going to stop, right? I don't think we'll see a difference in our checks when it comes to FICA and all of these the taxes being taken out of our checks, but that money's going to continue to go somewhere. So yeah, they can put a halt to things like that, but where's the money going? Okay. Follow the money. Let's go, man. All right, so race, ethnicity of federal offenders, production of child pornography. Crazy. I even had to ask someone like, what is child pornography, right? Like, it's just one of those things that I wouldn't even think would exist, you know, but from my understanding, it could be so many different sources of filming, pictures, all types of things like that, right? Melly Mel in the building. Appreciate you pulling up, man. All right, but right here we have some percentages of offenders and their ethnicity groups, okay? 5% is black, or close to 6%, and then 75% are white, all right? You got your 15% Hispanic, and then other, obviously. I think that this is definitely one of those things where, you know, you point the finger, three's pointed back at you. I think it's one of those types of deals when it comes to fatigue at this point. Everybody can be tired of everybody, right? We all can be tired of each other. But we have to call it for what it is, okay? There's a lot of different ethnicity groups being targeted for all types of things. And I think we continue to fight each other over bull, but we got to take recognition and say, hey, man, we all got some weird situations going on in our communities. Obviously, with the black community, our young boys taking matters into their own hands 99% of the time. I even hear older black men talk about taking matters into their own hands, you know, when it comes to taking people's lives and stuff like that. All right. I think that everything has to be recognized when it comes to living amongst each other in this diverse country of ours. All right, let's keep going.
Fuck. Okay, race/ethnicity of federal offenders, production of child pornography. Apparently, wow, 74.6% of men caught with or involved in the production of child pornography are white. Jeez, man. Yeah, man. Wouldn't that be shitty for black people to just assume that all white people are predisposed to messing around with kids? Wouldn't that be fucked up? 74%.
I mean, most definitely, right? Like, think about it. Like, we get stereotyped all the time, right? But what if we started going around stereotyping other ethnicity groups for things like this, you know? But let's keep going, because once again, like I told you, I'm not a hate group. I'm not a part of any groups. I don't hate people. We all have to be held accountable, is what I'm saying. All right, let's keep going.
And goddamn, only 5% is black. Very, very underrepresented. Hey, man, I'll be real with you. I'd rather be stereotyped as violent than somebody who be fucking with kids, man. That's real nasty. But
and my response to this also was like, hey, you know, both of them can be both spectrums can be we can create violence out of that, right? Like, if black men are being stereotyped as violent, then obviously somebody's going to want to take matters into their own hands and be violent towards them. Same as when it comes to child pornography and stuff like that, okay? People are going to want to take matters into their own hands. All right, let's keep going.
you see, that's not the world y'all want to live in, right? That's not the world where you want people projecting that shit on you just because your group is overrepresented with something as heinous as that. But that's what people do to black people all the time. It's fucked up.
Friendly towards you if we're using that logic. And I want to address something because I get comments like this all the time. People call me a racist. They say I'm a black supremacist. I be like, bro, what? This is the thing, y'all. I am pro-black. And for some reason, white people think pro-black is anti-white. That is not the case. The only reason they think that is because pro-white has always been anti-black.
Exactly.
Pro-white has always been anti-black. It doesn't mean that pro-black is anti-white. And the reason for this is because a lot of black men today are raccoons. Like, if you go online, most of them are going to be trying to kiss up to the white man. You know, they're conservative. So when they see a brother like me, they think I'm racist. No. But anyway, though, man, I got racism fatigue, okay? It's 2025. Race relations in America should be getting better, but it's the complete opposite.
Stop driving like an asshole. Don't try to run. Stop driving like an asshole.
Oh my God! Look at the pose. Look at the posture. Look at the posture. Yeah. Hey, buddy. Hey, buddy. Hey, buddy. That shit right there. That's that racist white man stance right there, boy. Shirt tucked in and everything.
Who's ever experienced racism in their life? Be honest. You know, if you've experienced it, you can let it out, man. It's all good. And it's exactly how it looks and how it feels, you know, whenever it does occur. It's like, the hell is taking place right now? You know, they got like the meanest stare. You know, they're basically thinking about what they're gonna do to you if they get a chance. Like, boy, you know.
Wow.
Oh, he feels so tough.
You see this? You're still going to be black, and we're not. Make sure you tell them you're a
Oh yeah, that was crazy. Oh yeah, here it come. My bad. I slowed. This guy right here, man. He's the definition of it. All right, let's go.
not. Make sure you tell them you're a I'm still white, you're still black.
Whoa. Damn.
Tag is
Why you so mad? Why you so mad?
430818.
Hey, one thing about it, bro, being black is like the best thing ever. If I had to die 1,000 times and I came back 1,000 times, I'm gonna be black 1,000 times.
Right.
Like I never want to be another race. And it's crazy because these like racists think that we don't like being black. Bro, we love being black. It's the like, come on, bro. Yeah, we don't like what comes with being black, with all the racism and the hate, but bro.
You know what I noticed? I hate to speak on it, but it's reality. It's a sad reality. Racism really do exist. You know what I'm saying?
Racism exists, people. It's an eye opener. I hope everybody understands that. Okay, we still have to watch our backs for racism. Okay, as black men. It's unfortunate. It's crazy, but it's real. And, you know, the people that like to act as if it doesn't exist or if you should, you know, get it out of your mind, get it out of your thoughts, you know, obviously they want better for the country. But, you know, we have to take into consideration what this country consists of, where, you know, where it started, you know. That's just how I look at it. Now, let's keep going.
You know what?
He's saying that like he just figured that shit out.
Times I be in this truck and I pop my head up and a white person walk, they about to come up to the truck, then they turn around. It's just sad. Today, this guy. What's up, brother?
What's up, brother and all?
Man, I was so startled. I'm talking about, you can see it.
Bro was so indecisive, bro. Bro was so indecisive. He was like, God damn, that shit smelled good as fuck. Oh, shit. Oh, fuck.
Yeah, you done bust a U-turn. You don't even want to spend your money no more. You mad as hell. Like, damn, it smelled good. I don't want to spend my money, though. They ain't my cup of tea, man. I ain't trying to,
It's a nigga. Oh, what do I do? So weird, man. So dumb, so silly, so stupid.
What's up, brother and all?
Man, I was so startled. I'm talking about, you can see it in the video. He jumped, seen a black person.
Yeah.
I said, hey, you couldn't even speak back. Turned around and left. It is so sad for us to be people.
Why somebody gonna justify, be like, no, he didn't turn away because he was black, bro. It was because he was black. What else could it have been, yo?
Right. Personally, I'm cool off the racist money, bro. I'm good. If you don't want to work with me just because I'm black, no thanks. I don't need your business, man.
Man, nah.
You don't deserve these fucking ribs, nigga. You don't deserve them.
It's because he wasn't there.
We people. We all get, but we do get treated different.
Black people, we do not need the patronage of white racists or any racists for that matter in order to be very successful in this country or this life or this world.
It would be beautiful, though. It's a beautiful thought, right? Because we spend our money with all ethnicities. Remember? They said, I think, trillions of dollars, you know, trillions of dollars being spent with other ethnicities, not even with our own people. And see, that's the crazy part about it, too, right? Like, black people are racist towards each other. They don't like each other because they're black, right? Some people don't rock with each other because they black. See it all the time. Call it for what it is, but that's obviously something that has been programmed in our mind to think that our men aren't worth it, all right? They don't even want to do business with each other. We'd rather give it to the next ethnicity group.
People may not realize it or see it, but we don't get these things as easy as white people.
Yeah.
That's a fact. We don't get things easy.
It's a fact. As black people, bro, I'm gonna put it up, but like the income gap is like black people, then Hispanics, then white, then Asian. You know what I'm saying? So it's like,
oh yeah, they definitely got to make $27,000 more than your ass. All right, yeah. And this could also be based on like what type of job you work, right? What type of work you put in on a daily basis. But yeah, this isn't one of those things that people just spew or people just make up, just conjuring up racism. No. This is one of those things that truly exists. It really happens like this. It really looks like this, especially, in the workforce and stuff like that. All right?
We at the lowest totem pole, bro. And it's like, damn, what is the reason for that? If anything, it should be.
So we go through the hall.
Oh, well, that's simple. That's easy. White people in this country have been given trillions of dollars in the form of handouts over the course of the last 200 years, starting most noteworthy with the Homestead Act, where approximately 270 million acres of land was essentially given away for free to white people in this country. Black people, of course, were excluded.
270, what did he say? 270 million acres totally distributed. 160 acres land per settler. 1.1 trillion total. 650,000 per family. White American or of European descent. Excluded groups, blacks, natives, and many immigrants. All right? This isn't something that we're just, we're just creating it out of thin air. No, this is real, people. And I think that once we start to realize that we need to be a little more mindful of how we interact with each other, we'll be able to understand exactly what's taking place out here. We want to make each other enemies all the time. We shouldn't be doing it, SJ in the building. Appreciate you pulling up. All right. We shouldn't be out here fighting with each other, bro. It ain't our fight. That's one of those things that if you're not paying attention, you're gonna get lost, bro.
For free to white people in this country.
People directly benefiting 6 to 7 million. Homesteads granted. Primary beneficiaries, white Americans. Descendants affected today, 40 to 50 million people. That's like all of the black people in America. All right. And it's like when we talk about it, they're tired of us, right? When we talk about the things that, have occurred in our lives, and they tired of us, And then our people even start like, they even get with the oh man, well, you should figure it out. And of course I should figure it out, right? Of course I should. Just got to keep learning.
Black people, of course, were excluded from this. So yeah, that's where it started, and then of course it continued from there.
We work hard. We have to go through the extra red tape, the extra stops, the extra no's. We go through that stuff. You know what I'm saying? We own these nice things. A lot of those restaurants and stuff that y'all go to, they probably owned by a black person, but you don't know. We gotta hide ourselves. It's sad that we gotta hide ourselves and come patronize our business. That's why I wish my homeboy.
And black people be scared. Look, he's telling you they hiding for a reason. They scared. They scared. They got black men petrified to be an American citizen. Think about that. We can't even be who we truly want to be. We got to put on that mask. That mask. We always got to wear that mask. You know what I'm saying? Let's keep going.
Never does. Be like,
well, I ain't going to never do that. If I set up a business, people are going to know that it's owned and ran by a black man for sure.
Yeah, but it's just me now. You know what? and I'm a good
See,
person.
me personally, I believe that it's important that we acknowledge racism in this country, that we are very sober-minded about the fact that it is a reality in our society. However, me personally, I don't make any actions. I don't take any actions that are based out of fear. I mean, if I did, I wouldn't be making videos about this shit. I'd be all worried about, oh, what if this person sees it, or what if that person with power sees it and makes it? It's like, nigga, I can't live like that. Fuck that, right? So I don't live based off of fear. And so I'm gonna put my face on my business. I'm gonna be black, loud, and proud, and I'm gonna keep calling out the bullshit whenever I see it. I could give less of a fuck. Couldn't give less of a fuck.
I deal with everybody the same. I call the dudes my brothers. I call the ladies babes my sisters. You know what I'm saying? I treat people well. You know what I'm saying? And I even listen to everybody. I'm a great person. I don't look at a color and think this person, I don't even know what you think.
Right.
If anything, I should feel some type of way. But I want you guys to realize to wake up. It's 2025 about to be 2026. I work very hard, very hard. I cook food to bring everybody together. Don't miss out on something great because you see a person color.
What a lot of white people do not understand is that, bro, racism, white supremacy, for example, will detriment other white people more. I feel like America would agree on all of this free healthcare stuff, you know, free food for the kids, everything. I feel like they would agree on all of that if America was like 95% white, 95% white Christians.
Yeah.
If that was it, bro, they would want to give all of those health benefits and everything to everybody.
Yep,
but since America is such a
1,000%.
melting pot and it got black, white, you know, immigrants, like, nah, we don't, nah, these, you think we finna get
exactly.
it? Like,
the racist white man would rather put himself into debt, pay out of his own pocket for all of his child's tuition, or even worse, allow his child go into debt, than to stomach the idea of a small, very tiny portion of his paycheck, the idea of a very tiny portion of his paycheck going towards a larger pool of money that gives everybody free education. It's so silly. But because the idea,
which is the structure of what I was saying, basically, like, we want to argue that people shouldn't benefit from these type of programs and resources to make sure that everybody's around us taken care of, right? Like, that's, for the most part, I feel like, yeah, that could be something considered racist, right? Because we know the people that are capable and demonstrate the greater part of America, but we rather strip them of that because we don't want that to be something that could take them to the next level, okay? But if it was 95% of something, yes, of one ethnicity group, then of course we're gonna do everything in our power to make sure all of our brothers, etc., get to what they, trying to, their goal.
of poor black people and poor brown people also being able to benefit from that, it just turns them off so much that they allow themselves to get fucked by the elite and by the politicians who are running up a big bag off of their own hatred and bigotry. It's so sad.
it just makes sense, bro. It makes sense.
Look, I'm be respectful as possible.
No, you're not being
Bro,
respectful.
mad because
It's
I'm
private
driving
property,
through this.
and you're
This is
going
the
through-
property owner right here, right?
Yeah,
this is the property
that's
owner.
right here, sir.
That sign says.
Yeah, come on out here.
I'm confused going on right now. So the man telling him he can't pass through.
Go through with that tractor.
That sign say residents and guests only, right?
You're not a guest here. You're
What?
not a guest
What?
here, sir.
That say
No,
residents and guests,
you're not
right?
a guest. I'm sorry.
That's a property owner, right? Though, right?
That's private. It comes through
That's
A1A.
residents and
The
guests,
lot
right?
comes through- No, sir.
Residents and
This
guests, right?
is
Residents
this
and guests, right?
neighborhood.
What's your
This
name?
is this neighborhood.
What's your name?
Dave.
Dave what?
What's your name?
Dave what?
What's your name?
Just look at him, bro.
Get out of my face, bro.
Bro, you walked in my
Okay.
Right.
Right.
Yeah, they always do this. They always do this. They step up to you, they get in your face, and they're like, get away from me. Don't touch me. Don't touch me. Stop touching me. It's like, bro, back the fuck up. They always talk about they scared. They act like, we're so violent, we're so scary, we're predators. But they chase
Playing
us, bro.
victim.
They chase us. They get all up in our face. They touch us. They get loud with us. All of the stereotypes that they put on us, in these videos, it always is revealed who is the aggressive one. These racists, man, it's insane.
Probably won't, bro. I'm trying to be respectful. I'm
ain't
recording.
And I feel like a lot of times, people get kind of embarrassed to have this type of conversation. I think, like, it's like one of those cringe moments, right? Like, people don't want to talk about this. Like, people don't want to make this a topic of discussion because they feel as if it's like a weakness, right? It's like one of those things that you can't control. They think that we should just continue to move on. And I feel like, that can be true, but nah, man, what's wrong with calling out the people that definitely don't want to see no one else benefit from, the resources of America?
Coming through here. You're not coming through there?
I'm not coming through here.
No,
This
stop
ain't the
me.
60s, bro. You will
Stop
get your
me.
ass
Drive
dropped.
through.
Oh, facts.
Drive through.
Dave,
right
stop me,
here as
Dave.
well.
What's your name?
And then, like, I'll be glad my
Right.
brothers act like this in these videos because, you know, like, seeing it through the video or even comments, they be like, bro, I would have did this, I would have did that. You can't react like that. If you react like that, that is what they want. They want you to get mad, be angry,
Right.
be the angry black man, hurt them so they can sue you in court and you go to jail. It ain't worth it.
They were the original rage baiters when you think about it.
Bro, instead, we record them like this and show them how stupid they is. We remain calm, remain collective. You know, sad to say, I be saying I don't want to be the bigger person, but in this situation, be the bigger person. Because like I said, if you record it and you show how they really act, they end up losing jobs.
Bro, I've already decided if I ever found myself in this position, I would just stare at them and record them. I wouldn't say a word. As soon as I realized they're on some racist shit, I would just take out my phone, start recording, and just stare at them. And every time I've seen someone do that, they just spiral, bro. They just fucking spiral and look so goofy.
Use money, they family look at them different. So record stuff like this. It's always best to act this way. Even when they're aggressive, they get in your face. Now if they touch you, you record it and you do what you gotta do. But do not be the aggressor. Don't hit first.
Yeah.
Remain calm and just let them see how animalistic they are. Because they love calling people animals, but are the main ones that are barbaric and doing all the
Definitely better have them cameras out. Like, you see, bro got his camera out. I'm telling you now, your word against theirs, okay? And it's unfortunate that we're having, like I said, it's unfortunate, you know, but we got to talk about it. Let's go.
things that they proclaim you to do. So yeah, big shout out to this brother. He holding it down right now.
Stop me, Dave.
What's your name?
Stop me, Dave.
Excuse me.
Stop me, Dave.
Get out of my pocket.
Stop me, Dave.
You ain't going
Stop
through
me,
here.
Dave.
I am.
Stop me, Dave. Mind your
just
business,
standing
bro.
right
I'm
here.
working,
I'm
bro.
on private property. I don't care.
Mind your business, Dave.
What company do you work for?
What?
Let's get a
No.
hold of what company. Is that your
This is my
company?
company.
This nigga think he the manager of life. He thinks I don't get it, man. You walking up to me asking me all kinds of questions like you fucking run shit around here. You're just a guy, Dave. You're just a guy that's passing by.
Sorry, pause, but I'll have to always bring this up. What is up with this like white? Like, I don't know. Whenever I come across this video, it's like like a white person feel like they're in charge.
Right.
There's no other people around, so they feel like they got to come take control of the situation. Be like, are you really what you say you are? Do you really work here? Are you really living here? And
But
it's
you got
like-
to remember, these dudes were around during segregation. This guy right here, this guy for sure was around when people were still using the N-word on TV,
yeah.
bro. White people
Oh,
were still using
yeah.
the N-word on TV. He was alive during that time.
Oh,
He was
yeah.
alive for color.
All right, I think we good.
It was just 60 years ago before the civil rights laws were
How you
passed.
doing?
I mean, a lot of y'all listening to this, your parents are fucking older than that, bro. You know what I'm saying? They were here.
Like
They
the
were
slugs in
around
the
for
building.
segregation. They saw that shit.
like, you wouldn't question that if it was a white man. I know for a fact. Know for a fact 100%.
Yes, ma'am.
So it's racism, bro.
Yeah, so
It's-
he's still feeling that. This guy, he probably in his 70s, his 80s, maybe even. He looks like he probably in his 70s. And so he was 10 years old when all of that, he was raised by the most racist people on the fucking planet.
Most
You got to
definitely.
understand that those people were his.
Target people for all types of different stuff, everything, just because of the color of your skin. You know what I mean? Like, it's like, does that really is that one of those things that you do because your family did it, or is it one of those things that you do because that's just it's just bred in you to be that way, right?
Parents. Super racist, bro. So a lot of these, that's why they like this.
it's racism.
You can look on the tractor and see it.
Okay, I will.
Call you need to
It's
call, bro. I'm
miserable,
recording
bro.
you.
You see him right here now. I'm showing.
Residents and guests only.
I don't get a name here. He's Kubota. I guess that's his name.
Residents and guests only. I'm a guest
This is
doing a job.
private property this way.
Bro.
This
My
private
friend-
property, right?
My friend, this is private property. I've been here 40 years. You don't know what you're talking
Bro, you
about.
funny as I don't know what,
it
bro. I
could
gotta
be
tell
a-
you, bro. You funny.
It could definitely be a property thing sometimes, but no, not in that case. That's your way of saying, hey man, I wanna find an excuse to get you. You know what I mean? Like that what that sound like. I want to find an excuse to get you.
This private
That ain't
property.
trying to be funny.
Private property.
Private property right there.
Okay.
Private property.
So why don't you go and find the private property owner and take it up with them? How about you do that? Huh?
Yeah, like at that point, like bro, you're just you think that you have the power and you really don't, and it's all because it's a black guy. You know damn well that any other guy would have really just put you in your place, and that's what happens. That's another one of them things. Like they think that you don't understand rights and laws and stuff like that. So they try to throw it in front of you to see how you're going to react to it. All right.
Respect, and you're coming back at me.
Private property.
Okay.
Trey Taylor.
Private property, Dave.
I think I got enough footage of.
Okay, Dave. I got you, Mike. Come on, things, bro.
I love black people, man. We so fucking.
Oh, man. That's so funny.
Agent Smith, and appreciate y'all pull it up, man. Yeah, this is wild, man.
Move on,
Tell
please,
you
bro.
what, man, you're messing in private property.
Listen, bro, I did not touch you.
Right now.
Call the sheriff. I got you on record the whole time.
Call
I
the
didn't touch
sheriff,
you.
buddy.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Okay. Get a breather first. Go ahead.
Well, I am.
Get a breather first.
Oh, yeah, this is
Get your
hilarious.
breather.
Thank you.
You messing with the guy trying to work, bro.
Oh yeah.
Just go in your house.
They got one of them nice cribs too, but they hate when you close to them nice cribs, but they hate it. They hate it. Like, why the hell he know where I live at? Like that's how they looking at it, like, oh, he know where I live at now. Like, hell no. Private property.
Go in your house and do your little wood fixtures or something in there, bro.
Wood fixtures.
Do your little wood fixtures, bro.
Carpentry.
Okay.
Dave.
Keep recording.
Dave.
Keep recording.
Dave.
Dave wish the camera
Dave.
was off.
I want you to tell
I got all night, pal.
I want you to tell me.
That's the thing about it. They have, like, bro, y'all be old, retired. You could be traveling, enjoying your life, spending time with your grandkids, bro.
Gotcha,
You
Mike.
won. But instead, you want to
Gotcha
mess
right
with
there,
people,
Mike.
particularly black people.
It's sad, bro.
Like, come on,
it's
bro.
sad.
These people hate to see that it's a new era, and we not suppressed no more. We don't gotta submit to them.
It's
Right.
You know, and I give this the analogy all the time, but as black people, if we go into like an all white space and we just to ourselves, we not all hippity happity, you know, that's kind of high. I'm just chill. I ain't really trying to be all in your face. So if you act like that for some reason, it bothers them. But let's say you go into it, I try to put it like as being a pet. Like they like when you act like a pet. Say you go into a place, you be like, hey, how you doing? Hey, how you? Like it's like they want you to be all ippity uppity.
Facts.
But if you not that, then you're a problem.
Yep.
You get what I'm
What's
saying,
wrong
bro?
with you?
I be yapping.
If you touch me, I'm gonna knock your ass clean up.
Oh
I
yeah.
be yapping too, but that's definitely true. Like, what's wrong with you? And you're all right? You know, start asking probing questions. They trying to figure out what's going on in your life. I seen a lady the other day, like, oh, this guy orders so many packages. Like just be they checking on everybody. And if it's you, they checking on you extra, you know. Keep checking on your ass.
Yeah, I'm good.
Shout out to
promise
Courtney.
you.
Appreciate
I'm
you.
not gonna
pulling
clean
up.
I'm
up.
a peaceful man.
I'm gonna knock your ass clean out. You
Can't
touch me.
tell.
I'm
bro.
peaceful,
Touch me.
man. Get out of my
Touch me.
face.
Touch me.
You're not coming through.
Dave, you can't here fucking with me, Dave.
Oh yeah.
You can't here
Feel
fucking
like
with
they
me.
in Florida or something.
Touch me.
This is private
Touch
property.
me.
Man, that man most definitely a
I want
part
you
of
to
the
touch me,
clan,
bro.
bro. I'm telling
Oh,
you.
for
Knock your ass
sure.
clean out. You need to mind your goddamn business.
Clint Eastwood.
Go and do what you need to
looking
do. Dave.
at. Clint Eastwood
Dave.
looking at.
Take all that-
Bro, I would just ignore that nigga, bro. I would just ignore the fuck out of this guy
You won't.
and just do what I'm doing. After I got my
He
footage,
antagonizing them.
I'll
for the
just
most
ignore him.
part, you know. Eventually, my boy got
I'm
a
licensed,
stick.
insured. Take all the pictures you want.
They don't like that, bro. They don't love to see a
Oh, this
brother.
private.
what does he even think he's doing? He's here with a whole ass tractor clearing the land.
Wow.
If you're so concerned for this person, I would like to believe you at least know who owns the land. Why don't you go call that guy? Figure out, let him know, hey, do you know there's somebody on your land? Call the police even. But stop trying to be the world's fucking supervisor, the world's manager, okay? Mind your fucking business. This is how you end up looking like a clown.
When you like unapologetic, like you got dreads or something. You know what I'm
Your
saying? They
private
don't like that.
property.
All that.
How is he trying to assert authority over property that doesn't belong to him? Why is he doing that? How is he doing that?
Wait, you having trouble working your phone, Dave?
Well, no problem at all. Joe, what's your name?
Need some help?
That's fine.
I actually like your fit, bro. You look pretty sporty, bro.
You look great, man.
Hey, why you shaking, bro?
He's starting to feel goofy as fuck. He's like, oh wait, this guy, he's kind of funny. He's just cracking jokes on me. Oh, it's almost like he's just another guy. He just doesn't have white skin. Oh.
Yeah, I think that's where that, you know, and that's one of them things I'm learning about life too, man. I think that's why we all different colors, different races too. Like, we got to get to a point where we learn, like, we all bleed the same. We all live and pass the same. Like, there's nothing truly different about us. I think that when people do that, I think they kind of forget that. Most definitely, them damn Karens, man. Like, I think we be forgetting, like, we all are the same people. Like, we really are. We might think different. We might have different ideologies. We might have different religion, different culture, you know, all of that, etc. But for the most part, bro, you're the same as I am. Why can't you accept that? Why does that Jacob and Esau? Well, hey, look, what I will say is, oh, yeah, of course, bloodline. I get that part. But what I'm referring to is blood. I'm talking about we all have the same organs. We all have the same reticle in our heads, all that. You know what I'm saying? We all the same, bro. Straight up and down. You know.
Starting to be a little insecure about
Monique
my
Hill.
decisions here.
I'm gonna talk.
Like he thought he was just gonna go booga 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 black man. Blah, blah, blah. It's like that's what he thought was gonna happen. Instead, bro's getting cooked. It's hilarious. Hey man, I like you. I like your pants,
man. They
man.
try to scare you off and shit. Like this is crazy, man. You know. Hey man, make sure y'all member up, man. We got the emojis in the chat, man. If you haven't already, let's go.
You looking spiffy. Oh, you look great too, buddy. He's confused.
Talk to you, bro. You want to talk to you in the first place?
Yeah, that's all right.
You trying to know my name?
They
You trying to know?
definitely in the
You trying to
South.
know where I stay at? Dang, Dave.
Dave, you trying to take me on a date, Dave?
Drop some drugs
Hey,
off
boy,
here,
Dave,
bro.
you something else, man. You mess with a working man.
Right.
You mess with a working man. Come on, man. Check my hands out, man. Working man, dog.
Right, like, come
You mess
on.
with a working man, Dave. Come on, man. I won't bother you. I'm going to lay some grass. Come on, Dave. Call the sheriff. Call the sheriff, Dave.
Wasting them people's time, man.
Keep cracking me up, man.
Now we cracking you up. You see, they say racism doesn't stand up to contact, and it doesn't, bro. It doesn't because
they
your
won't.
beliefs, your racist bullshit beliefs, are based on the fact that you're living in a fantasy. You're living in a delusion. You've been tricked. You've been had. You've been conned by the elites. The white elites have created this culture war for you to be angry at the people who ain't never fucking tried to fuck with you ever. And I'm not saying there's never been a white person who's been victimized by a black person. But all you gotta do is look at the statistics, man. Over 80% of violent assaults and murders and rapes that happen to white people happen at the hands of white people. Maybe not rapes. Supposedly, the statistics are a little bit. It's more like 60-something% when it comes to rapes or something like that.
White women are raped by white men. White women raped by Hispanic and then by black. I mean, it's like a third, you know, but most definitely. I mean, once again, all of that proves as well that, you know, there's bad apples in every race. There might be a little bit more in your race because that might be something that you're used to, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know how to explain that shit. I'm not trying to explain. I ain't trying to justify, make excuses for it, none of that. All right?
The point is, it's still the grand majority, and the rest isn't all black people either.
This one more video.
The point is, the grand majority of your problems is being caused by your own people, man. Niggas ain't trying to fuck with you, man. Niggas ain't trying. We ain't care about you, man. We're just trying to get by. Just trying to do what we
Yeah,
want.
we definitely
Mind our
ain't,
business. If you can't afford shit, man, you got to take that up with your representatives, not us.
Hey, man. Just looking at you, bro. Well, your ear big as hell, bro. Big ass got the elephant ears, bro. Got. Man, that's that mullet you got.
He want to say nigga so bad. You want to hit him with that.
Retarded.
He was like, he got me on camera. I can't do it.
You done, Dave?
No, not yet, pal.
Well, look. Call the sheriff. Tell him to come back here. I'm going to finish my job for the sun go down.
Someone commented, why exchange so many words with these
Right.
people? You got a point. But I feel like there's just kind of like a mind thing with them. Like when they see you not mad at the racism, bro, and you make a joke out of it, it irritates them. You know, because you're not coming off as a typical, stereotypical angry black male. You know what I'm saying? So I understand these interactions, you know?
Right.
I understand why they act like that.
But the black man, black people are so emotional. The fuck? Where?
This comment right here says it perfectly. Say, I would because it's fun to entertain their prejudices. In my opinion, it's hilarious to piss off a race. That's what I'm saying. Like, for me, I don't know. That's just me. Like I said, I grew up in an era playing online where people were just racist as hell to me. So it's like, if I hear the N-word, it doesn't really do anything. If I hear, you know, so it's funny, bro. I'll be like, y'all is dumb as hell in the brain. You know, you're dumb as hell. You mad at me because I don't burn up in the sun. My skin.
The racist parents would raise their kids to be the same way. That's why racism still keeps going into a cycle. Most definitely.
And soak it up. Your skin. I'm sorry, my wife. Hey, chill. So this is a follow-up video.
Where you going, Dave? Come on, man.
I think there was another video that he made, so I have to research that one and find that one. Let me put this one on display before we go. This is the one I was talking about with the benefits of America. Let's see here. So this is an Anton James video. He's definitely been dropping content like hell. There you go. Okay, we don't care about your food stamps.
So I'm just.
And then I'm gonna get up out of it. Even this is even she looked white, you know, white woman talking about food stamps. She talks about working, and then she also talks about like being able to provide. She's not worried about food stamps, if I'm not mistaken. She's really just, you know, making ends meet. But he's gonna respond to that, and these are some of the things that people have already said about Anton, but I'll just give a little bit of pushback on it. I ain't trying to, you know, create no havoc with the guy. Let's go.
So I'm just going to say what everyone is thinking. I don't care that you're losing your food stamps. I don't care that you're losing your free medical. I don't care that you are losing your free housing. Now y'all are just getting a taste of what every other person is going through. I should not have to pay to feed you and your 9 children.
The other niggas around here, because he ain't like any of the other niggas around here. You got it?
Live El Baraka, appreciate you subbing up to the channel. And make sure y'all check out the website, man. All right.
I'll be the selfish one. My kid comes first in my eyes, not you. I'm going to give you a prime example of how broken this freaking system is. My son was in a very, very severe motorcycle accident involving a tow truck. We were in the hospital for almost a month. As a single mom with no support, and before any of you come at me about the single mom thing, no, I didn't expect myself to be a single.
Oh, you subbed up to say this. Well, let me say, Anton playing everybody. Racists will give money. Racists will give money. I guess. So you're saying that they're paying him to be racist against his own kind? Is that what you're at? Is that what you're saying? Live El Baraka.
Mother, but you know what? Shit happens. Being a single mother with no freaking
support. You say she's Dominican or Puerto Rican? No, she just got a lot of donations. Okay. She's got a lot of makeup on. I'm gonna say that's a white woman, and you could tell by how she talked too, like her whole.
For almost a month. As a single mom with no support, and before any of you come at me about the single mom thing, no, I didn't expect.
And it's crazy, because a lot of people be like, "Hey, man, we got agents in our in our communities or in politics or in social media," and I agree with that, right? And I try to find the silver lining in the message. But it kind of always goes back to our people being the worst part of America. And he's not going to say that in this video. That's why I say I'm not pushing back that much on this video per se when it comes to Black America. But when it comes to how he presents it with this federal funding and stuff like that, like I'm kind of like, nah, man, where's the money? I want to know where the money at. Like, I don't want to hear them talking about taking away federal funding. Where did the money go? Because if that's the case, then we're going to have to make sure that we pay attention to how much money's coming out of our check at that point. Okay? Don't say that portion of it went into some other shit. No, I don't want to hear that. I want to hear it still going into, or I want to see that charge removed from my federal taxes.
To be a single mother, but you know what? Shit happens. Being a single mother with no freaking support, that is a month, actually over a month of lost wages over something that was completely out of our control. I was told by case management in the hospital.
Oh, fair use. Damn, I'm tripping. Let me speed it up.
Hey, the only way that your city is going to offer you any type of assistance is if you have an eviction notice. The only way that you're going to get help paying your bills because of these lost wages.
Money went VIN 6. What is VIN? It went to Ukraine. It went to Israel. That's where your money went, homie. That's the message, bro. That's the part I understand. That's why I say when people sit and argue for our government to take funds from us and say that we don't need these resources or federal funding for these programs and stuff like that, like, no, I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear you're going to take something away from us and continue to pull from our checks the same amount of dollars. Does that even make sense? I don't want to hear, and especially like you said, giving our money back to other governments, other nations, and then the people of America suffering. I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear that shit. That's something I'm not going to agree with. I'm sorry. You ain't going to never get me to agree on that.
Because of an emergent situation is if you have a shutoff notice. This is how broken the system is. I work over 40 hours a week. And you're telling me that I'm paying into a system that I cannot benefit from? But you want to come on the internet and bitch and complain about losing your free benefits that you've probably been on for 10 plus years on a brand new phone? We are sick of it. We're done. We're sick of it. We don't feel sorry for you at all. Because now you're just getting a small taste of what all of us have been going through for years. So here's an idea. Instead of continuing.
And then when it comes to people that kind of spend out what they're bringing in or whatever the case may be, no, it still doesn't matter. It still doesn't matter. Like, don't talk about taking something away from the people of America where You know, if they do get on their feet, or if something does, you know, come into place where you need that assistance, you know, you're gonna feel some kind of way if someone's not able to provide you with something, especially the government that has taken from you for so many. Yeah, and I seen that too, Frank Minyard, like 260 million on a from the DOJ. Like that was a strange request. You know what I mean? Like I think that we dealing with something that only the American people can make right, because we're allowing a lot of stuff to get past us now. I think like we're too eager to agree with the government, and we continue to forget that they work for us. We don't work for the government. They work for us. Why do we continue to forget that?
To pop out children that you cannot afford, get a condom and a job. Because the average American is sick of supporting it.
That is a fact. That is a fact if I have ever heard it before in my life. When I had my daughter, I made up in my mind that she would never ever suffer. She would never, her feet would never hit the ground, and I would never be in a position. I would work 2 jobs. I would work 100 hours a week if I needed to. And I
Yeah,
had
we
my
the
daughter
people,
in the
man.
middle of the 2008 housing crisis at the very beginning in February. Or February.
Trump and his
But my
team is
point is
lining their
that
pockets. They don't care about Americans. This country is for sale. Most definitely. But that's why we call that shit out, bro. I mean, the people that's like taking the side of the federal government, like y'all are making me like I done scratched hair out my damn head thinking about why in the hell y'all keep agreeing with that. And then you putting it on social media. And then you got all these followers. You got 1 million followers. Why do you want to tell the people that, bro? Either you in on it or you ain't. You know what I mean? And I think a lot of us not in on it. I think that that's where it becomes like, see, this same woman right here, she'll be complaining if she lost her goddamn job. She'd be the same one complaining, begging for assistance from the federal government. She'd be begging. She'd be boy, she'd be out of shape, out of whack if they fired her ass and she needed some money. It's gonna be third world country, man. Third world country coming soon, man. Probably already there.
real people take responsibility for the decisions that they make. I seen a woman talking about how she had
Yeah,
6 kids
Mel.
and who's going to feed her kids if food stamps are cut off. And these people are acting so entitled. So I have to take a bigger cut out of my money, which most of it should go to me. We should only be paying for infrastructure and public safety, and then small, very small government for regulation. And then obviously we know our military. But the point is that all of our money, most of it, a lot of it is going to social services. And that is not right. It's not right at all. And people are taking advantage of it. And now they believe that you are required to make sure
Why
that
wouldn't it go back into social services? That's those are the citizens of America, right? Um yeah, of course there should be some things in place, obviously, like everything else, to make sure that you can verify all different types of things when it comes to your income. But to just displace more and more people to make sure that they make less, they work harder, um basically like a modern day slave, like I think that people are too fond of that at this point. You know what I mean? Like people are too eager to spew that and have really yet to go through something like that. Like life ain't always peaches and cream, and I think people just be a little too eager to talk as if life couldn't be altered. You know what I'm saying? Like that's where I get confused at. You know. Oh yeah, appreciate you, Agent Smith. Appreciate you pulling up, man.
they are taken care of because it is your obligation and it's not even your money, even though it comes straight out of taxpayer dollars, to ensure that they are good for the rest of their life. And it is so disrespectful to everybody that is working every day, go out there and bust their ass and try to figure
I don't know about Kwame Brown ain't on no Trump payroll, man. That's crazy. I just seen Kwame giving Anton Daniels pushback. Um, nah, I don't see that. I really don't see that. I really think he's truly independent. You know what I mean? Um, I don't know. I'm gonna have to disagree with that part, but I do see how everyone else. The rest of those guys, they definitely getting paid in some form or fashion, federal government or foreign entity. But I think bro definitely been saying that he's not on that. Cause I watch Kwame, so I know for a fact he be talking that. He was just talking about being independent when it came to Gilbert Arenas, giving away his channel. I'm gonna say allegedly, you know. So let's keep going.
About how to make a way or how to pay for their kids' tuition or how to make sure that everybody got food on the
I
table.
haven't seen Angela Stanton King in a minute, neither. I haven't seen Angela Stanton King. He rocked with the chick who worked for Trump. I forgot her name. Yeah, Angela Stanton King, most definitely. I haven't seen Angela Stanton King making content. I don't know what happened to her YouTube channel. And I don't think she ended up getting no money from Trump. I think she was talking about the $500 billion from Trump for the black race. You know, but Anton definitely getting paid. That's the only pushback I got at this point. When people talk like this and they live a certain way, because there's a lot of people pushing back on Anton daily, specifying the things that they have to discredit his account or whatever he's going through in his situation. I'm not here to do that. I'm not here to discredit this bro. All right. Some of the things he says I agree with. For the most part, no, because some of these things just don't make sense, right? Like, you might just be in a better predicament right now in your life, bro, but don't make that out to be everybody's situation. That's just, you know.
And how to make sure that they got their retirement. Man, it's people that can't even pour into their own retirement because so much money is coming out of their paycheck.
Need money.
All right, we got Russell Red with the $5. He said it won't be a third world country because we got laws that will prevent that. But it will be a diverse country because more races are coming to invest in America. Okay. Hell no, I ain't taking no check from Trump, bro. Nope. No, I don't. No, I don't want nothing to do with the federal government, bro. And in a sense of speaking for them. I don't want to be a spokesperson for the federal government. Hell no. That's federal, you know what I'm saying? That's why you see people getting their heads taken off. Okay? So hell no, I want no parts of that. I stand if I'm gonna speak, bro, and see, honestly, the older I became and the more I understood, Malcolm X was the greatest thing America has ever seen when it came to public speaking. Okay? He was on the wrong side of history, but the right side of history when it came to how he spoke for his people. I see what you said. But no. People getting their heads taken off for rocking out with these people, man. They put you right in the trick box, boy, and then you're tricked out. You're done. You cooked. Okay? I don't want no parts of that. He isn't a Trump supporter, no politician, just agree with the policies they make. Yeah, I've definitely heard KB speak from a sense of how he conducts himself. You cannot stand with the government if you want to see things change because they're not on your team. Those people are completely against you, man. Sorry. All right. Appreciate the $5, Russell Red. No, people think it's all peaches and cream. They think that they'll be able to live and survive and say and do certain things. Eventually, that shit cease and desist. All right. Somebody coming to get you. And you ain't even gonna know where it came from. All right. RP obviously to Malcolm X, but Malcolm X was one of the greatest public speakers we ever had. You know what I mean? I think that last prayers for the people. Oh yeah, straight up. You know, as I go back and I study JFK definitely was targeted because he wanted better for our society. And I think that's where we kind of fail to realize, like, you know, the people are not getting what they want. They get in these groups, obviously, and that's how they function. But for all the people that's on the outside of the groups, they have to suffer. They have to conduct themselves in a manner and be treated a certain way in order to get something out of life in this country. You know, it's unfortunate. And America's a beautiful place. It really is. That's you see why people come to America. This is a beautiful ass country. I was just talking about I want to go back to Minnesota or Wisconsin or somewhere up there. It's beautiful as hell up there, man. For real. Like really beautiful up there. But nah, I don't want to work for no federal entity, foreign entity, none of that. If I can't get it with you all, if I can't get it with the people that rock with me in my chat or rock with my channel, rock with my website, all that, like truly independent, then it would be hard for me to say where I would like to, you know.
That they gonna have to be dependent on the federal government in order to make sure that they okay long term, and that's not right. It ain't right. It ain't been right. And the nerve of people that then come on the internet and say that they are going
He did look like he was reading off something too. He definitely looked like he was reading off of I don't know if it's a script, a teleprompter, or something like that, but it definitely looked the way.
or how to make sure that everybody got food on the table and how to make sure that they got their retirement. Man, it's people that can't even pour into their own retirement because so much money is coming out of their paycheck that they gonna have to be dependent on the federal government in order to.
But see, that's what I'm saying though. Like, but where the hell is the money going? You should get a printout. You should get a receipt of where your money was spent the whole year, the whole 12 months. Just how they do these yearly statements on everything else, annual statements. We need an annual statement on where my money went, and we should be able to dictate what we pour our money into. We should be able to do that with the federal government. It should be a return investment on that as well. You pouring money in it, and all you getting is a yearly return. No, it needs to be an investment provided to you for retirement as well, because they definitely getting their retirement up out of it.
Make sure that they okay long term, and that's not right. It ain't right. It ain't been right. And the nerve of people that then come on the internet and say that they are going to steal from stores and turn their stores, because obviously they'll run these stores out of business, even big box stores. They will leave your neighborhood and your community in a heartbeat. I've seen Walmart closing fresh stores and all of that all over the country. Kroger,
Man, who the hell want to go to Walmart fresh? Ain't nothing in Walmart fresh. Okay, so they can go anyway. You go in that store, it looks crowded. It looks crazy. I ain't saying that about their store, but the fresh store, it just makes me like my head hurt when I walk in there. And then, if you really start reading your ingredient labels and stuff like that, like, man, a lot of times, man, we putting shit in our body we don't even need to be putting in our body. For sure, though, all right? And all of the great elements and herbs and spices and fruits and stuff, all that shit overseas, man, we can't even get to it. That shit watered down before it get to us. You know what I mean? Like, no. It's a lot of bullshit going on around us, and to agree with it, I would be a fool. Pure fool.
Margin, Wegmans, whatever you want to call it, they are willing to pack up and leave if they see a rash of theft. And then other people are telling them that, yo, you should just go ahead and make sure that you turn a blind eye if you work in these places for people that decide that they want to steal. And then you're going to be out of a job, and then y'all going to be calling y'all neighborhood a food desert because you don't have any grocery stores, and now you got to shop at the corner store. You're going to say that your neighborhood is deprived. But we are going to have to start being adults. We're going to have...
I need money.
Russell Red with the $5, with that $5, with that $5. If Anton stick to talking about making money, he would be good. But when he get into these types of conversations, he loses me because he only leans one way by default. See, I think that's where people catch on to it, like myself. I'm not the one to judge at all. A man that's getting to it, he done figured out a way. His channel is dope. The channel dope. I like his channel. But yes, once you start delving into the facts that people shouldn't be getting this or getting that, and these people should try their hardest, it's like, man, I think for the most part, every guy I know, for the most part, is trying, right? Like, I think that when you really get into what goes on behind the scenes is what affects us all, because there are forces that we can't see, entities that we can't speak to up at the top, that don't give a damn and don't plan on changing anything, especially if you ain't no shareholder or something like that in their companies and you own the most shares. Like, there's things that, we just can't see, that are being altered and generated for the worse. It's gonna get worse. Unfortunately, it's gonna get worse before it gets better. It's gonna get worse, people. Okay, racism, income, fighting, it's all this stuff around us is starting to be like a everyday thing, and the content just follows right behind it. Like, every time a subject comes out, it's 100 channels making a video about it. You know what I mean? Because it's so prevalent. It's so powerful, because people they fucked up in America. They trying to figure it out themselves. And if you're not on that wave, then you kind of just out of the way.
To start being responsible, and the responsible thing to do, from my perspective, is first take care of yourself before you start bringing other.
No, I say the guys I know, but you right about that. It's some young boys out there, they laid up. That's cool. Yeah, and if those guys are not, if they're getting the knowledge, if somebody's providing them with the message, the information to get to the next step, and they not making their attempts, then by all means, bro, you're being casted out. That's not my circle. You know what I mean? That's no, pay attention to your circle before it hurts you. Hell, I don't want no parts of that neither. But if you trying and you on a good foot, you seeking knowledge, you seeking information, and you trying to change the trajectory of you and your families, then by all means, bro, do what you gotta do. But yeah, those guys, hell no, obviously not.
The people into this world, and then requiring the federal government, aka the taxpayers, to take care of you and ensure that you're okay. It's not my responsibility. That's not my kid. And I don't owe you anything. And I should not be required to take care of grown adults that choose to open up their legs and then remove themselves from the presence of the Father. Y'all.
But you gonna give your money to the federal government that's gonna pocket your shit anyway. They gonna pocket your money along with everybody else's money they pocketing. So you ain't gonna give it to the person that need it, that really could benefit from it. Just need a little push, or they need to really, get on the good foot, a little more requirements in place. But you'll give it to the guys that already getting it from you. They already getting your piece of the pie. It's already going into their pockets. It's very, I don't get that part, man. I really don't understand. I don't understand that part, bro, because you still giving them the money. Them people still getting it from you.
Y'all better get married. Y'all better work together. Y'all better make sure that y'all got y'all lives together. And I don't feel sorry for any of these people that are on government assistance that have more than ample time to get themselves together. And they decide that they want to wait till November and say, oh my God, I ain't got my food stamps no more. As a matter of fact, I am so taken aback. I didn't even realize the amount of people that we are supporting with our tax dollars. Black, white, and all in the middle and indifferent.
Rich.
I didn't even realize how many people had been on government assistance for years. And I mean years. I know people that was on government assistance back when I was younger, and they had Section 8 housing for years. They would not move because they were basically taking advantage of a system, and they didn't even want to make themselves better. And then they'll sit there and hit you with the sob story and say, well, guess what? Most people work. Not meaningful. And most people are still having sex, and they still popping out children. And when Trump said, okay, well, you got to work at least 20 hours a week, do at least volunteer work or go to school or something, people was acting appalled. Oh, I can't believe it. No, I can't believe that he's actually making us do something meaningful and asking us to go to work so that we can support ourselves. Lord forbid, heaven knows that is the worst thing that ever happened to people, is to be self-sufficient and to take care of ourselves. But nope, definitely people are pissed off. People are angry. They think that they deserve. I've seen people say no matter how many kids that you have, no kid deserves to go without food in their belly and healthcare coverage. And I said, what? So who gonna pay for that? Because somebody got to pay for it. Is it supposed to come out of my pocket more? Because I know you ain't got a job. You a fairy and you living on the streets. Is that supposed to come out of my pocketbook? Are y'all counting other people's money? Then they want to say that billionaires or millionaires are supposed to be contributing even more to ensure that you're okay. You got Mom Donnie running out there in New York saying that they're gonna have government-run sponsored stores, grocery stores. Crazy, 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 out of his mind. But again, this is the time that we live in. This is the space that we exist in, and you can't make this up. And so, yes, she is absolutely correct. She said the quiet part out loud. I know everybody gonna act like they appalled. Don't worry about it. You've been kicked out of worse places. You've been kicked out of worse places for less. And so don't act appalled. It's a lot of us. I would say the majority of people that hustle, grind, work every day, drive door.
I mean, it's obvious that if you on your grind, you good, right? But I think we gotta be a little more mindful of the people around us, cause obviously nobody's checking for nobody, but people are checking for people, cause they waiting to see you fall. They waiting to see you need some assistance, need help, and a lot of black men, they already don't, they ain't getting that type of help no way. That's why they already doing the things they do. They might not have. See, that always goes back with me. It always goes back to, man, they might not even know how to do that type of stuff. Yes, they should go learn. Yes, they should seek knowledge and information. Somebody got to teach it to them though, because if all of the men that's in our communities are fighting with each other, they ain't gonna never get that knowledge. That's how I feel about it. Like, I feel like them guys ain't gonna never get it. They ain't gonna never get it. All right. Make sure y'all sub up to the channel if you haven't already. Hit that like button. Share the content, please, please, please. Make sure y'all also go check out lboogiereacts.com. Hug your loved ones. Let them know how much you love them, because tomorrow is never promised. We up out of here, man. I appreciate y'all tuning in. L Boogie Reacts, we up out of here, man.